This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. I like that they didn't hit you over the head with it the way Tatanka did. The whole yee bullshit.
Right. And like many of the
Lord, did you see the, yeah.
Yes, I did.
How did you know sell that? By the way, this fucking rocker gear, we got to do this. So, hey, what do you guys want? Why don't you just like go down to Michael's, get a bunch of like, paint and then just splatter it all over some yellow shit and then just fringe out the sleeves. Perfect. Like this is the fuck, you and I could create this gear they're wearing right now. It's literally just take a yellow shirt and like sling paint all over it and then write your name on the back.
Yeah. Bedazzle it.
This is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. This is so, you know, what's funny is I used to sort of mock that, or not, it was Bruce Pritchard used to mock that the rockers and the Rock and Roll Express. He's like, oh, the Rock and Roll Express is just a poor man rockers. Look at what they're wearing right here, buddy. Ricky and Robert had better looking shit than this, and they did it themselves too.
Yep.
Isn't it amazing to see a young Shawn Michaels and a young Bret Hart on this show?
Yeah, it's wow. Because you and I just recently saw an older version of Shawn Michaels against Ric Flair.
Oh yeah. On Patreon, patreon.com/WHW Monday. We watched the retirement match. What a special moment that was. Speaking of special moments, the internet has had a ton of special moments lately with, the new Netflix series Tiger King. Where are you at on this, Tony?
I watched the first episode last night.
What'd you think?
Wow.
Would it surprise you to hear that he also promoted a wrestling show in 2016 at the zoo?
It would not surprise me at all.
Would it surprise you to hear that Jinder Mahal was on the card, as was Robbie E?
That, wow.
And former NWA world champion Tim Storm.
Jesus.
Dude, it is sweeping the nation.
Oh yeah.
Tiger insanity. And it makes me think, you know what? We need to just do a gimmick with you, right? Tony Exotic.
Mm-hmm.
And we could call you the Slapdick King.
Well, you know, you've come up with some great ideas in your life, but that ain't one of them.
All right. What about Conrad Exotic Podcast King?
I love it.
But listen, Tony Exotic, Dog Hair King.
Oh, well, that might work.
Hey, real quick, got a question for you. What's something illegal that you've done and gotten away with? This was recently on Reddit and it went viral. So I'm going to ask you, what is something illegal that you've done and gotten away with?
Smoked a joint. Back in college. 1977. First joint I ever had.
Well, the most popular answer I saw here was, again, the question is, what is something illegal that you've done and gotten away with? My most favorite answer I saw. So you know how some people have bowls of candy with a take one sign out for Halloween? Well, I fucked a dead moose. That got all over me.
Well, I have some very good friends that live in rural Georgia.
Oh, are you talking about Corey Ryan Forrester? He lives outside of Chickamauga.
Okay. Now this is like, it gets scarier the more south you go. Chickamauga is up, you know, and I know it's up around, Chattanooga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but at least by the way, I think, that it gets scarier when this further south you go. So
you okay?
Yeah, I just got a text from Cody. Sorry. So anyway, here I'm also looking for this. The guy, a friend of mine from rural Georgia, sent me a copy of the front page of a local, and I probably should have put this on. I'll tell you what, I'll put this on our on Patreon so you can read it. Clinch County News. Okay. Man arrested for having sex with a chicken. It's not a mock-up, funny joke headline. It's true. And if you read the story, the reason they arrested him because he videotaped it. There you go. It's the world we live in.
Why would you videotape that?
That's what I'm saying. I'll put that on Patreon so you can enjoy that.
When did you know that shit was getting deep with Corona?
When the NCAA canceled their tournament.
To me, it was when 360 Waffle Houses closed.
Whoa.
Because I've always joked, and I've said this to you when we were at a Waffle House once. Why do they have locks on the doors at Waffle House? And you said, what do you mean? And I said, well, fuck, they're open on Christmas. They're open on New Year's. They're open on Thanksgiving. They're open 24/7, 365. Why even bother putting locks in? Well, I guess it's for now because 360 of them closed, which made a friend of mine tweet out, look me in the eye and tell me that everything's going to be okay by Easter when I know they just closed 360 Waffle Houses.
Yeah. I get that. Does that mean that not all of them are closed, just 360 of them, right?
360 of them, right. There's like 2,000 that remain.
Right. Yeah, I get that. We went to Home Depot the other day and you had to stand outside where they only let like so many in at a time. So that's kind of wacky too.
Our great friend of the show, Corey Ryan Forrester, he's living on a strict Taco Bell diet right now. He said the other day that one of the people in the drive-thru said, hey, enjoy your meal. Stay safe. And he's like, buddy, I left quarantine for Taco Bell. I don't give a shit about nothing. You want to give Dwayne a countdown here?
Yeah. Here we go, you fucker. 201, 32, 33, 34, 35. And if you're not there, Dwayne, then you're behind or ahead. What do you think of the Orient Express?
Well, I don't think you could use that name now.
I know.
But I think Pat Tanaka's low-key one of the most entertaining sort of underneath guys in the history of the business.
I agree.
He's like an Asian George South. He never had a bad match. Supposedly, according to the rumor and innuendo, the Rockers are, well, a little worse for wear. Supposedly they'd been partying pretty big.
Oh, well, I would imagine they would. Wouldn't you imagine two good looking guys like that had a lot of partying to do?
The rumor and innuendo is that,
wow.
I think somewhere on commentary, Gorilla says the Rockers look lethargic today. So it's a babyface announcer burying a babyface team.
Wow.
Supposedly they didn't show up in their best condition. Not that they were drunk, maybe they were just hungover, but they also hadn't been getting along. Apparently at a TV, they both showed up like a month or two prior to this. They both showed up battered and bruised because they got in a fight with each other in real life. And of course, wow. Vince is pissed off at this, pulls them off WrestleMania completely because they look like shit and replaces them with the Bolsheviks. But they make their way back on the card, but then wind up losing to the Orient Express. But imagine the original plan for this show, Rockers Heart Foundation. That would have been tremendous.
Sure would have been. It'd been a little bit longer than whatever 10 seconds it was, or they had come up with for the Hart Foundation Bolsheviks match.
How terrible is it that in this era, they all... Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.